Now, to further discuss, we have with us Anne Dela Vega, Director of the Budget Department's Budget and Management Bureau. Ma'am, welcome po to the big story.
Yes, good evening.
Ma'am,
Thank you for having us.
Maybe you could clarify and expound back po nabawasan yung budget. And tama po ba yung pagkakarinig namin from Health Secretary Duque that this was basically based on a miscalculation, on a wrong assumption that things will get better by this time or by next year?
First of all, thank you for giving us this chance to clarify certain concerns. But may I share with you the data that we have on record? For fiscal year 2022 budget, the DOH actually officially submitted a total proposal of 310 billion, out of which we were able to recommend to the President to submit to Congress a budget for DOH of more or less 253 billion. That's around 207 billion in the agency-specific budget of DOH, as well as the 45 billion in the unprogrammed appropriation for the vaccines. So that will actually give us a reduction of 19% and not 73% as alleged. Yes. So ganun siya. I think the one that they're referring to is yung specific for the
allowances.
Health workers. Yes, I think that's the one. But it's not included in the proposal for 2022, but it is included in the Bayanihan 3 bill.
But this is precisely what Congresswoman Stella Kimbo was pointing out. There's a lot of things we cannot control with the Bayanihan 3. One is that it is precisely still a bill. And secondly, as Congresswoman Kimbo pointed out, even if it passes, hindi itemized. So wala pa rin tayong control and there are still no assurances that the allowances for healthcare workers will be covered. And as you know, that's one of our biggest problems right now.
Yes, you're precisely right. And it is also actually our setback and our constraint because during the formulation of the 2022 budget, we don't have a law to rely on. So, kumbaga, we don't have any legal basis to put it in the 2022 budget. So, we are actually relying on the passing of the Bayanihan 3 so that we can put in the requirement for whatever benefits that they will be identifying in the bill.
Okay, pero balikan ko lang po. I mean, tama po ba yung sinabi ni Health Secretary Duque that as far as the allowances, okay, we're not talking about the overall proposal for the budget anymore, but at least as far as the allowances is concerned, it was slashed and ipinagpaliban na for any emergency legislation, say, like the Bayanihan 3, but it was proceeding on the assumption that things will be better anyway.
Yeah, if we're going to call out the proposal that the DOH actually submitted, the one that they have included in the 2022 budget, it's the one for the HRH, that's the Health for Human Resource for Health, and we were able to put in there a total of 17 billion for that. That's to cover the 26,035 HRH. And then also included in the 2022 budget, it's not actually zero because we were able to put in an amount of 3.8 billion to cover their proposal of almost 7,000 additional HRH. So emergency HRH, they call it emergency HRH. It used to be actually in 2020 and this 2021, it's supposedly, it runs to about 18,000 HRH health workers, but their submission to us was around 7,000. So we were able to put in that proposal in the 2022 budget. That's just their proposal.
Okay,
for the 2020. So yeah, those
a
are
big
the
reduction
only items.
in the premise there, di ba? From 18,000 and then a presumption that it will be 7,000.
Yes, because I think that's the one that Secretary Duque was referring to when he said that they did a miscalculation because the assumption then was next year it will get better. Okay. Hence, their proposal to us was to cut the existing that we have now for the one we had for 2020 and 2021, and that is around 18,000 emergency HRH.
Okay, maraming salamat po. DBM Budget and Management Bureau Director Mary Anne Dela Vega.